everyone out there in the land of YouTube. Annette Dion here. I'm the host and founder of the Psychic News Network. It is Groundhog Day. It is an intense time in the world, but we knew that would be the case. We knew that this year was going to be intense. I was just messaging Kathy Beal, our resident astrologer, and we were discussing a little bit through texting that we're in this time right now. We're going into this time that it's just going to be a lot. I've been talking about this. It's going to be, you got to keep your head on straight. To the best of our ability, we have to support each other in keeping our heads on straight, to the best of our ability. Thanks, Bond Blue, for the lovely package. Beautiful stones. And to all the rest of you that send me lovely gifts, thank you. Here's one lovely gift. A beautiful bell with an angel. From a viewer in Montana. So, there's not a time that I personally view a soldier coming back in a casket that I don't kind of bawl my eyes out. So, it's very sad. My elf is Elliot the Democracy Elf has been shipped out to be repaired to somewhere in California, to one of my viewers, with Judy. But I have Judy's sister back there. While I'm thinking of it, tomorrow I'm having Spirit Talk podcast with Jonathan Glass, the author of this book. Excellent book. Oh, thank you for the compliment. When does Elliot return? That's up to the fates. That's up to, the universal forces. So, are you still waiting for your book? I'm sure it will show up soon. So good, I'm glad you're getting the book, because I'm so excited about the show. It's at 12 noon Eastern time. You can always watch it, another time if that's not convenient. So, I haven't read the whole thing, but it's really great information. So that's Jonathan Glass, holistic doctor. Very, Warren's going to get the book tomorrow. Very informative, and the reason that I think so compelled to talk to people about keeping your health at a high peak of efficiency, boost your immune system. There are a lot, oh, Cheryl, you're so sweet, thank you. There are a lot, we live in a time when there's been tons of research. I didn't go to the post office today, Warren. I'll go tomorrow. We live at a time that there's been tons and tons of research and development in the area of nutrition. Thank you, Annie. So there's really no excuse to not maintain, the best of health, just, in terms of like doing what you can, the parts that you have control over. So I just got in touch with Jonathan, and I've done a show with his wife Catherine, who's also been a psychic for 30 plus years professionally. The name of the book is, hang on, I just put it down. Total Life Cleanse, Jonathan Glass. I believe you can get it on Amazon. Midas Touch did a video. Are you guys talking about the news? So much to keep up with. Like I said last night, I was saying it's so challenging to keep up with the news. And then we found that the loser had a hideaway, stowaway, where he stowed secret documents. Oh, good. The book is sold everywhere. You got yours secondhand. Yeah, I didn't know. I only heard about the book when I kind of got in touch with Jonathan just like about a month ago. Yeah, he changed the locks. The loser changed the locks at Mar-a-Lago. Oh my. Tea is strong. So we're gonna take a look at that. Kathy Beal and I were talking about something huge that was going to happen for the loser around the last full moon, which was The last full moon, when was it? I'm still on January the 25th. I haven't changed my calendar yet. We knew that something huge was going to happen for the loser around that full moon, and lo and behold, that's when, the next day after the full moon, that's when E. Jean Carroll was awarded a total of $88.3 million settlement, I heard. That's a good question. Can Mar-a-Lago be, wouldn't that be great if E. Jean Carroll got Mar-a-Lago? She'd turn it into a women's retreat. It would be great. Anyway, just to take a look at today's moon placement. Happy Imbolc. I have my my little Imbolc altar over there. I have a bunny and a cow and a few little flowers, and they're fake, but what else? A candle that's I better keep an eye on. To commemorate that it's Imbolc, it's a pagan festival, it's Groundhog Day, and the moon is in Scorpio. That makes sense. Scorpio is a very intense sign, so that makes a lot of sense to me. And we have a new moon. Hello. We have a new moon next week on February 9th. And that's a new moon in Aquarius. Expect the unexpected. So, also, while I'm speaking of calendars, the 2024 Lunar Calendar is on sale. I think we put it at 10% off. It's on my website. My niece, who lives in Maine. Oh, I can take it. Let me show it to you, because it's really handy. I mean, I could have just looked at this. Hope Restored is my theme. I wrote that in the notes for 2024. Thinking about democracy and, you know, just in general. But you will not miss what phase the moon is in. And I think it's great to keep track of that, because what the moon is doing affects how we feel. It affects the intensity of things. It affects the tides, and we're made of water too. Puxatawny Phil, hold your beer. Puxatawny Phil has like barely ever been right. I mean, he's right maybe 50% of the time. Anyway, so go to psychicannetteDion.com to get your lunar calendar at a little bit of a discount. That should all be, it should all be very clear there at psychicannetteDion.com. And tomorrow for our show, we're going to be, if all goes well, we're going to be set up with a streaming service through YouTube. Same place, same time, where we can kind of put like little banners and stuff. So look for that. I'm going to pull 3 cards about this. We know, I'm going to put my Ukraine button on. We know that the stupid and mean party, the S&M party, is looking right now. They're voraciously looking during these very serious times. We hate to even talk about it, but you know the stupid and mean party right now is working really busily, like busy little bees, to see how they can turn this attack on Iran into something that the loser can run on. I know it's disgusting. Reading Liz Cheney's book, it is scary. Yeah, we're in scary times. It will teach us to lean into one another. So I'm going to pull 3 cards about the response of the S&M party, the Putin Republicans, who are saying, just bomb the hell out of Iran, or, you know, that area, Jordan, you know, I guess 83 bombs fell. There were 83 attacks. Just remember that we're all in a collective. Hey, Amy, glad you got home. Just remember that we're all in a collective, and when there are things going on in the world, you can think that you don't feel it. You can think that it doesn't affect you. You can think that all you want. You can say, no, it doesn't affect me. It's over there in the Middle East. It doesn't affect me. It's over there in Ukraine. Oh, it's all, it doesn't affect me. We are all connected. It does affect you, whether you think it does or you think it doesn't. It does. So these are hard times. So we don't really want these amateur rookie people in our government that have no idea what's going on. And the latest one with I wasn't going to talk about it yet. The latest one, we'll get to Marjorie Trader Green. We'll get to Marjorie Trader Green. Just in terms of how stupid can you be and hold office. There's an organization called Run for Something. And it really is encouraging people to run for office. And, part of that, from my perspective, is that there's too many stupid people in office. So, thank you, Terry, for putting the question up. If you see my candle burning something up, just let me know. All right, we'll do a group hug first. No, I'm watching it. It's not. It's pretty away from the card, but I'll move it if it makes you nervous. Group hug, ready? Group hug. We're in this together. The collective energy of love raises a vibration. Huggy, huggy, huggy. I will move the candle because it's making you all nervous. Anyway. All right, I'll snuff it out. We'll snuff it out. You've seen it. It's my in bulk candle. 3 cards about the Putin Republicans. I mean, honestly, they were going around, Joe Biden should just get him. Go get him. What? It's not like a video game. What can we expect from them? And you did hear Marjorie Trader Green say indictment. Oh, James got Girl Scout cookies today. Yay! How the fascist Republicans are going to respond to how the Biden administration responded militarily to Iran. The terrorists, really. Well, the Tower card indicates, I have the Tower and the Star. The Star has to do with the United States. The Tower has to do with, they're shaken up. The Putin Republicans are a bit shaken up by what's going on. It's kind of like it's going to change. It's going to change like priorities, in the minds of the American people for sure. It's going to change things up. The Knight of Wands, they become less and less potent. The S&M party, the stupid and mean party, become less and less potent in the face of this. Dad joke, why did the bicycle fall over? Because it was too tired of standing up. I like that one. I like that one. That's cute. So just to recap that, the people that are posing as Republicans that are in the loser cult, in the face of what's going on in America, they kind of don't know what to do with this. Just like, remember last week I was saying, when the loser got that $83.3 million settlement, and I got the cards with the gross cards in the dark deck, where the loser didn't know what to do with that information, didn't know what to do with that he had been held accountable for that amount of money. These strikes on the terrorists have the Putin Republicans kind of like, I don't know, I just feel like they're in over their head. They're completely befuddled. And the Knight of Wands has to do with how the American people, in the face of this new situation today and this past week with losing our soldiers, the American people are kind of starting to pay attention. That's what this is about, paying more attention. I mean, face it, when you see on the news the U.S. bombing a country, I mean, it's like, they hit mostly military, the weapons facilities, but, we don't know. They do this in the dark. Okay. Bicycle painted and flowers are in your town? Yes. So whatever you do to make yourself feel happy and uplifted and light and playful, do that. I'm going to pull 3 cards on Marjorie Trader Green. So if you missed it, I don't think you would have missed it if you are watching the news like most of us do here. Oh, thank you, Warren. So you probably didn't miss it. Between her and Bobert, and by the way, Bobert is done. What DOJ case removed from the docket? You got to fill me in a little bit on that. I like your endorsements. PNN keeps you sane in an insane world. I've been hearing that a lot lately. Thank you. I appreciate it. Lauren Boebert is done. Just so you know. That's not the topic I'm on right now, but she's done. She's finished. Marjorie Trader Green she's on her way to being done. And here's what I want to say about her. Okay, so far, back a year or so ago, she was saying, and she didn't know how to say petri dish, so she said peach tree dish, like she never took a biology class. And then she didn't know how to say Gestapo, she said gazpacho. All right. And then, didn't she say something about fake hamburgers? So then at a hearing yesterday, she's reading something, and she's saying something, I didn't even know what she was talking about, because I was so like, what? She's like, blah, 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 indictments. 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 Now, mind you, before the loser came into the limelight and illegitimately occupied the White House, and then we found out about all those crimes, because I didn't study law and I don't have a law background, and I've never been in a court of law except once, and it was maybe just once. It was not me that was the problem. I hadn't heard the word before the loser started getting indictments. However, I have an excuse. I'm not in the political arena. I had no reason to know what that word meant. And then I came across the word and I went, oh yeah, isn't that interesting? That's how they spell indictment. There's a silent C in it. She's in the arena. How many indictments has her king had? So it boggles my brain how she didn't catch on to it. This is the level of aptitude that we have. I mean, you can think of people. I'm not being judgmental here. I'm making an observation. You can think of many people like Clay Higgins, Chip Roy, you can Lauren Boebert, you can Ted Cruz. You can think of a whole bunch of them that are stupid, just stupid. And what I mean by stupid is if you don't know something and you don't go to find it out, that's stupid. That's intentional stupidity. Yeah, if anyone knows about indictments, I mean, it really was. When I came across a word and I was like, oh, that word has a C in it. Now I know. She didn't come across it before. Total Loser. Worse than ignorant. Yeah, I agree with you. So we're going to pull 3 cards about her. Stupid! That's a Boston thing. 3 cards. Anybody out there a Harry Potter person? I'm actually not, but there's a really cool kind of a, I guess you could call it like a magic or kind of a goth store here on Main Street where I am. If Terry was here, and she probably knows. So this is a Harry Potter scarf. What do you think? Woo, magic! But I don't know the symbols. It's a magic scarf. I might just disappear. I might just disappear. Behind the mat. Believe me, sometimes I feel like it. So the woman that owns the store was like, well, you know, you could always listen to it on Audible. So I might do that. All right. I'm being all distracted. This is about Marjorie Trader Green. What's her fate? Well, what we see is the truth is really out about her, about how dumb she is. She's been outed about how dumb she is. The Knight of Swords means sleepless nights for Marjorie Trader Green. The Ace of Cups, she's putting it on full display. I am not qualified to be in this position. I am a stupid idiot. And honestly, on a day like today, I'm going to read on this too. When we see the Biden administration making a calculated, well thought out, intelligent response to an attack that killed American soldiers, that was just a terrorist thing. I want everyone to pause right now and just be grateful that Joseph Biden is our president. Let's just be grateful. It's out in full living color to the American people what Marjorie Trader Green is made of. And she's having sleepless nights because she knows that the most ignorant of the loudest, I agree, look at the loser. She knows something's coming for her. I feel that Marjorie Trader Green, I see that video in my mind's eye of her coming down the steps on January 5th, where she had just come from a meeting about what was going to happen on January 6, 2021. And I want to show you a great photo. I got to hand it to Denise at Spiritual Growth Tarot, if she's watching. If you're watching, Denise, shout out to you, who posts the greatest things, and this one was really good. The next person who tells you the insurrection wasn't planned, they had shirts made. Do I think Marjorie Trader Green got a tarot letter? What's a tarot letter? You mean a Target letter? No, I actually just think that she knows what she did. And she's like, you know, if you're in trouble, it's hard to sleep at night. If you're in trouble for something, if you have anxiety about something, because the Nine of Swords is the insomnia card. And that says, I refuse to order from Amazon. You don't have to order from Amazon. Look up Jonathan Glass for the book. Look up Jonathan Glass and, Healing Essence Center in Concord, Massachusetts. I'm sure they can send you a book. He sent me a book. Yeah, that's true. Marjorie Trader Green tried to get a pardon from Trump, so yeah, she knows. Yeah, she knows. Bell ring for Catherine Bush. I missed it. Thank you, Terry. How about the rest of them? For some reason, I want to read on Josh Hawley. It happens a lot. I just kind of go, for some reason, I want to read on so-and-so, and then the next day I find out that there's big news about them. You don't have to order from Amazon. Somebody just said they found it on Thrift Books. And there, Terry's putting it right up there. What would I do without Terry? Where would I be without Terry? I'm reading on Josh Hawley now. Warren just wrote, will Josh Hawley be indicted? I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Will Josh Hawley be indicted? Sounds a little like convicted, doesn't it? And I won't be nasty about, you know, what. I won't be nasty. I'm just going to put it in code. Where would you be without PNN? I don't know. I don't know, because we're here and I don't know what it's like in the absence of it. So in the you distracted me. Josh Hawley, in the face of what's going on, I think that these Putin Republicans are really nervous. I think that the loser is extremely nervous. I'm reading on Josh Hawley right now. Yeah, she said indicted. Marjorie Trader Green. Josh Hawley. Josh Hawley has secrets. He's hoping. Now, remember, yesterday I did a video that I'm making an effort to upload just short videos on the days that aren't Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So always look for those. Make sure you hit your notification bell so you get a notification. During that hearing, talk about a mock hearing. That was kind of a mock hearing in a way. When they had Zuckerberg up there, and I said this on Wednesday too, because I read on it. Was Mark Zuckerberg sorry? And he wasn't sorry. And then I started to go, well, wait a minute, Josh Hawley, what was he doing? And then I read on it, and Josh Hawley was trying to make himself look good. That was a photo up. Yes, she really did, Joan. I wasn't going to say it. What she's obsessed with, she said indictment. Indictment. I just had to throw it out there. And then Warren distracted me and I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something profane. Me? Josh Hawley. Josh Hawley has secrets and he's afraid the secrets will come out. So he's trying to act like he's got morals. He's trying to act like he has ethics and morals. And that's what that was about at that hearing with Zuckerberg. And I don't know who else was there, because as far as hearings for these social media companies, did we see Zuckerberg go out and go, oh yes, I feel such remorse. I'm going to change all the rules on Facebook. I'm going to put restrictions on it. I'm going to do it today. Did we see Zuckerberg do that? I think not. We did not see Zuckerberg do that. Did we see Josh Hawley, like write up a bill? And did we see him try to get a bill passed that has to do with keeping the children safe from social media cult mind control? It's all for show. No compassion. No. And Zuckerberg made $29 billion in one day. This is pathos. So Josh Hawley is hiding all. I do see him. In my mind's eye, I see Josh Hawley talking prior to January 6, 2021. I see him talking with Proud Boys. I see that. I think it's just Proud Boys. Josh Hawley was concerned about FBI. Collecting metadata. That makes sense. Let me see if that's actually what the pendulum says about that. How does that check out? Is Josh Hawley afraid of the metadata? Metadata. Yes. Marjorie Trader Green can't read. Math is a real reach for her. That's why she got it. Yeah. The other cards that I have on Josh Hawley, besides that he's trying to cover up some secrets, a lot, the Queen of Swords, he was in cahoots with somebody, with a woman. Besides, I'm picking up that Josh Hawley was having conversations with Proud Boys for entertainment purposes only. I am picking that up, and I think it is Proud Boys. The Queen of Swords, he and his wife are in trouble. I forget what it was, but there was a story about that in the past. If you remember what it was. Yeah, he's all in. He was all in on January 6th. Yeah, it's very clear. Yes, he was the one that was like in solidarity with what he knew was about to happen. And I see him in my mind's eye like Roger Stone was in the conversations with Proud Boys. Not the other ones, not the Oath Keepers. I see Proud Boys. The Knight of Coins. Okay. Now, I have to say this. I don't throw this phrase around much, but I just have to say it sometimes. For entertainment purposes only, I'm picking up that Josh Hawley is attempting to pay people off to hush money. I feel hush money. Gigi by the Sea, Marjorie Trader Green was just thinking about Hunter. I thought that too. And Dickman. We're not going to get off the topic, so I'm just fair warning. We're probably not going to get off the topic. Do you guys remember what yeah, Josh, I feel like Josh Hawley is nervous because he's hiding secrets about his crimes, and also his wife is in on it. So, I know, Catherine's saying Marjorie Trader Green didn't know she's been sued. She didn't know what. She didn't say it wrong on purpose. She really's that dumb. Anyway, as far as Josh Hawley goes, yeah. I feel like Josh is fishing around to see who he might be able to slip some money to shush. Yikes! Isn't that interesting? What are you guys doing this weekend? Does anybody have any fun plans? I had a meeting at the recording studio today. Boy, am I excited. Woo-woo! I'm going to start my album. I'm going to start the beginning phases of the recording process on Valentine's Day. So excited. And I'm going to set up a GoFundMe so you can help me get my Songs for Democracy record recorded. Bon Blue is going to the Big Rock Show in Tucson on Tuesday. Am I saying that wrong? Tucson? Staying home expecting Pineapple Express weather, heavy rain. Oh man, we've had so much rain. So excited about my record. Oh my gosh, I can't think about it. I get too excited. I really do. I don't know, I become like a child, just seeing a Christmas tree for the first time. Enough about me. Yeah, it just came upon me, and I also have a song, just a little sneak preview. I have a song about January 6th. You're making a new fancy costume for the King of the Norman Medieval Fair. Oh, where is it? I just want to be there. I'm pulling 3 cards. That's great. You'll be the first to hear the songs. Oh, happy birthday, Tina. Your family's taking you out. Aquarius, you. Let's just pull 3 cards on Lauren Boebert. Let me just read this because I was asking the question what Josh Hawley's wife is nervous about, and I get, isn't his wife a judge that helped support the Texas governor about the abortion pill that was banned? Something like that. I'll look it up later. It's raining like crazy in Arizona. Is it Tucson or Tucson? Thank you, Cheryl. Next week I'm going to be in Maine just for a couple days. I'll still be seeing you. Let's see. Let's read on the loser. April 5th, 6th, and 7th is the medieval fair. Oh, by the way, just so you know, the Democrats are winning. It must be our little chant. More Democrats winning elections, winning. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. See, it's working. The loser. You'll be at the rock show for, well, you'll be inside for the rock show, right? It'll be okay. We've had so much rain here. The sun won't come out. It's been trying. It really has. The loser. How the loser is doing. The loser is just kind of, he's like trying to climb his way out of this hole, just waiting to see what's going to happen. The Eight of Wands. I feel like for the loser, he's managed to, I get that image of, being really, really poor and looking for change in the cushions of the couch. It's not the first time I've gotten that image with him. Oh, the sea is silent in Tucson. I thought I had heard that. Thank you for correcting me. It's like when I lived in Nashville and people talked about Louisville, Kentucky. It's not Louisville, it's Louisville. It's Louisville. That drove me crazy. Anyway, Louisville, Kentucky is where I got my crystal ball. I had a friend that had a store there. This is like my pet. Some people have cats. I have crystal ball. They're less maintenance and they don't eat much. Tucson. Yeah, I get it. So, I do see the loser making a lot. I always see him making a lot of calls too. I think he's always on the phone. Trying to find the money, just like he was trying to find the votes. That kind of a phone call. A perfect call, but I don't know how perfect it is. Is he getting what he needs? Is he getting the money that he needs? Because we know he's poor. Is he getting the money that he needs? Not thus far. Plus, still won his court case in the UK against Dawn. I have to look that up. He's looking for an appellate lawyer. Steele won his court case in the UK against Dawn. I'm a little lost. I don't think I'm up to snuff on that story. Lots of pendulums too. You have all kinds of crystal balls. I have a one that Bond Blue sent me. I like this one too. Get a crystal ball. Get you a crystal ball. You too can have magic. Just like Harry Potter. As far as the loser goes though, he's just kind of, he's waiting in anguish, anticipation, just like not knowing what's going to happen. He's really lost in terms of having a sense of what's going to happen. Oh, Amy, I'd love to see that poster of the medieval fair. Can you send it to us? Yeah, as far as the loser goes, I just feel like he can't figure it out. He's calling his dictators around the world. They're a little busy. Engaged in wars. Let me ask, is the loser calling his dictator friends to see if he can get some money? I'm not getting that. I actually feel like, he'll never get a real life Bond Blue. That's just not even possible. Gloria, you okay? I worry about people. Like, I think it's Diane up there keeps talking about her knee. I got my mom a neuro, something called a neuro. Nothing to report yet because she hasn't used it enough. I think it's neuro. Anyway, look it up. It's advertised everywhere. Oh, yeah, I got the Celtic Phoenix. Yes, okay, got it. Thank you. I did get that. I don't feel like his dictator friends are, I just feel like his dictator friends are very busy and he doesn't have anything for the dictator friends. So that's good. I'm going to pull 3 cards on that. Maybe he'll start a GoFundMe page. Yeah, honestly, I do have a song about January 6th. It's not completed yet, but it's going to be a powerful song. And what's given me motivation to complete that song, it's about halfway done, is that the loser thinks he's so awesome that the January 6th hostages have a song, and he's bigger than Taylor Swift. Talk about delusional. Dictators only love you when you're winning. That makes sense. So I'm just going to pull 3 cards to see how that's going for him, calling up his nefarious dictator buddies, how that goes for him. I'm kind of getting a sense that he's afraid to. Because because if he did, he would owe them, and he's not in a position to, yeah, that's very challenging. So the loser is looking for ways to have money, but the 4 of Coins is indicative of hanging on to what he has stingily. And the Page of Wands, he's going to start getting, I just feel like, the wolf at the door kind of a feeling. So I don't see him able to get very much from other sources except for grifting. Is the grifting going to give him enough to pay off his legal fees and everything? No. He's in the hole. He's in the hole. And speaking of the Mar-a-Lago in the secret room, so last week, I had started telling you this and I didn't finish. On the full moon, right afterwards, there was a $83.3 million settlement. And at that time, Kathy and I said, I keep feeling like they're going to find out something about his connection to Putin and other nefarious characters. And I think that's coming next. Let's read on that. And a card just flipped over. Okay. I think what's coming next for the loser is the evidence that we find out about that he very much was taking orders from Vladimir Putin. And he very much was taking orders from Vladimir Putin the whole time. I want to mention that on that June 1st day, when he, in such a ludicrous manner, decided to demand that rubber bullets get shot and at peaceful protesters at the White House, and that they get tear gassed, and then he went ahead and did that and then walked across the street. We all remember the day. I was doing a PNN. I was on Facebook at the time, and that was 2020, and I have this clear vision that he was in the bunker moments before talking to Vladimir Putin, asking him what to do. And that's going to be found out. I'm going to pull 3 cards about that. That is going to be found out. You're sending the love energy out to, you called this PPN. I don't know what that would stand for. The upside down Bible is a sign of the demonic. 3 cards about are we going to hear about the very visible, the soon to be revealed evidence of the connections? Weisselberg committed perjury on the stand. So does the loser all the time. Oh, yes. So the question I'm asking is, are we going to find out that the loser was in contact with Vladimir Putin on a regular basis? And I have the devil card. It's coming out. It is coming out. That's what I felt coming around the 25th, and it ended up being that Eugene Carroll case, that huge amount that he has to pay. When I'm asking about, are we going to find out about the connections of the loser to Vladimir Putin, the devil card came up. That would be an affirmative. What else do we have? Yes, definitely the truth. Definitely the Hierophant. This is the law. This is the law. Which Putin was he talking to? Well, sometimes I just say the Kremlin. One psychic has said that February is going to be a wild month. Oh, yeah, it is. And that's what I was talking to Kathy a little bit, texting with her about that. We've pushed our show up to next Tuesday at 4 Eastern Time. Because we just need to talk about the astrology. The next 3 weeks apparently are going to be very, very busy. We'll just say busy. But as far as, I mean, I couldn't get clearer cards about this. We will be finding out that the loser was on the phone with the Kremlin on a regular basis. Here's that. What was in the secret room? Documents. Secret documents. Top secret documents were in the secret room. Who did he sell the secrets to? Our enemies. I mean, is it like let me put it to you this way after I finish reading the cards. So just to reiterate, yes, he was in contact with the Kremlin the whole time he was in the White House. The sword of truth is coming out. And this is the law, the Hierophant, coming down on him. Russia, yes. I hate to say Russia because it doesn't include the Russian people. It's, you know, the nefarious characters. Yes, he met with all the Russians at the White House. He committed crimes from day one. He was espionage, treason, traitor, all over. The room wasn't locked at Mar-a-Lago. I heard that it was, that he changed the locks. Okay, to Iran. Now Barbara's getting warmer. I will say my famous line. I'm not worried about it, Barb. I'm not worried about it, Barb. I just want you to know. I don't like to throw that phrase around unless I feel like it's necessary. Yeah. You don't worry about that. If I was concerned about that, I would say it. But I throw that phrase around when it's necessary. When I intuitively feel that it's necessary. So no worries. It doesn't take a psychic to observe for you. He was a traitor when he came down the escalator. Absolutely. He's always been a horrible, horrible person. No, he will not get funeral honors. No, he will not. Anyway, you're jumping the gun here. It's not a coincidence that after 4 years in office, the world is at war. I'm not even going to read on that because it's too upsetting. I've alluded to it. I've said it. Most of what I say, you can put the puzzle pieces together from the news reports that you've heard. Catherine's saying, are we okay with Texas? You're nervous? I don't know how to answer that question the way that you're putting it. Yeah, right? I mean, it's like, I'm kind of curious. I'm checking in with you guys. Do you not see the connection? Do you see the connection? Have you thought of this? Because if we're going around going, gee, we haven't had war like this for a very long time. He stole our top secret he stole our intelligence secrets. He stole them. He didn't steal them just to keep them in a locked case for people to look at. He also has a picture of himself shaking Kim Jong-un's hand in North Korea. So proud of that. So proud of that. Hey, Marge. Yes, I haven't seen you in the chat for a while. I know there are a lot of lurkers. It's fine with me. You can lurk if you want. Lurkers allowed. And that's going to be found out. And I actually think Joe Biden knows. So let's pull 3 cards on what the MAGA people, the cult people, is this going to wake them up? I have been saying for a very long time, there's going to be something catastrophic. I don't mean to scare you. We'll be okay. Well, it could be this that we're seeing now. It very well could be this. It very well could be this. So here we are bombing Iran, you know, bombing the terrorists, bombing their weapons facilities, so they'll have less power. And that really, I'm going to read about, is that going to make some people that weren't doing an about face do an about face? Whose marriage are you talking about? Checked out of her marriage, but when is she going to split and get a divorce? Are you talking about Melania? You're wondering if he plans to get his 83.3 million with this. Yeah, I wasn't picking that up. I wasn't picking up. No, I already read on that. I read on whether he was calling in favors to dictators and getting money, and I got no. Has it already happened? I feel like he shared what was in the secret documents. Well, he shared what was in the secret documents to that billionaire, that Australian billionaire. Just have at it. You know, here you go. This is what we have. This is our weaponry. Here. Oh, aren't we cool? Isn't America cool? This is the loser. Isn't America cool? You know, like, oh, we have the capability to detect nuclear submarines from Russia off the coast. What an idiot. We need to get rid of the idiots. The loser has nothing left to sell. I kind of agree with that. Yeah. You know, the reason that I remember the Australian billionaire, I'll tell you why that stuck in my mind so much. And you can, let me pause for a second because I want to explain to you why that's so clear in my mind. On October 5th or 6th, last October, it was around the 5th or the 6th, I kind of went into an anxiety panic. And I felt like something big was about to happen. You can look back in my videos and find this. The first week of October. And I went out to the quarry here. It was a really, really beautiful, pristine, gorgeous day. I went out to the quarry and I did a video and I kind of warned people something really bad was going to happen. And I couldn't get clear on what it was. And it was probably on October 6th. No, I was driving back from the quarry after making that outdoor video where I was worried and nervous and I let people know. And then driving back, I heard about him telling our secrets to that Australian billionaire, our military secrets. And I thought, well, maybe that's it. And then Amy remembers it. Okay, wow, you guys are amazing. And you might remember it because I was visibly scared, and I told you I was scared. Yeah, and then on the drive back to my office, I heard on the news that he had sold or told that billionaire all our secrets, or as many as he could. And then on October 7th, we were at a Grassroots of Democracy work meeting on Saturday, and I just was scrolling through the news, and I saw Israel is having a 9/11. Yeah, things have been really, really, really kind of terrifying since then. Anyway, that's what I was picking up on. Let's pull 3 cards about these strikes and these strikes from the U.S. Retaliating for killing our soldiers. The losers' fingers are all over why this chaos is happening in the world right now. We need a dad joke. In the face of this, we do need to be praying. Please come to Church of Spirituality. I started it for a reason. PAID, Cheryl. I'm like the English teacher. LOSER. There's only one O. I feel like I'm the English teacher right now. Your job is in U.S. AR was chemical, nuclear, biological warfare officer. Wow, Gloria. We all need to be praying. Okay, we got a weather dad joke coming up. We need it. Well, let's hear it for the dad joke. We need it. Why did the weather report go to therapy? It had too many emotional fronts and couldn't handle the pressure. I like that one. That's funny. I'm going to read what Marge said, and I have something to say about that. Watched Trudy Lee today, I don't know who that is, and she lives in Texas and says the border situation isn't anything at all as what the news media makes it out to be. We have been sending light to the border. There's a meditation, there's about a 7-minute meditation under the videos. I've been asking people to keep on doing it. We're planting light there, we're doing it. They like that joke. Thomas. It works. Keep sending light. As far as the situation in with the U.S. Attacking back, I actually think it's going to work. I think Hamas, I think the terrorists, I think Iran is going to cool it. Now let's remember another thing. That Iran nuclear deal, where the Iran was supposed to reel it in on the nuclear weapons development, guess what the loser did? He canceled it. He canceled. Remember that? The Iran nuclear deal that was keeping them, at bay and, cool your jets, Iranians. They're crazy. There's evil leaders in Iran. Not the people, but obviously. Look at what they've done to women. So, I'm not saying that things are totally peaceful at the border on Texas, and we'll read on it. But they were calling for civil war as short a time ago as last weekend. I actually think that this is going to cause the terrorists to pause a little bit, not because they're compassionate, not because they like the United States, because it's too risky for them. I have the hangman, surrender. It was the right thing to do. What the Biden administration is doing it was the right thing to do. The world will see America as strong and not chaotic. Yeah, tried to get us out of NATO too. I know, I wrote my newsletter about that the other day. Just horrified. That horrified me. It should horrify all of you. The reason that this world is still here is because of NATO. Let's be real. And he canceled our WHO partnership with China before COVID. Yes. I told you all before that I prayed one day to God, please save us from, I said his name, Donald Trump. And I heard this. I already did. Remember I told you that? Anyway, as far as the situation in Iran, it does look like we are doing the right strategic thing. The loser wants our country weak. Americans depressed, scared, and yeah, he doesn't want anyone to be happy. Oh, me oh my, where does the time go? It's almost a total full hour. So I hear somebody's going to a medieval festival. What has 5 toes but isn't your foot? My foot? That's a trick joke. The EU is giving Ukraine a lot of money, a huge amount. Yeah, I kind of feel like they're picking up the slack, and I kind of feel like this is just my sense. Joe Biden makes a lot of calls behind the scenes to help things to stay stable. And I kind of felt like he's been talking to other world leaders and saying, honestly, this is what I feel. I feel like, yeah, 85 targets hit in Syria and Iraq. Oh, that's right. Syria and Iraq. And they were hitting Iran too, right? Yeah, Syria and Iraq and Iran. You always thought Biden would give the Russian money, which is frozen here in our country, to Ukraine. We have Russian money here. I'm feeling that Biden has been working things, arranging things, and that other world leaders know that when the loser was in the presence of Vladimir Putin, he was like, my daddy. I mean, it's crazy. It was just like, he adored him. So I think other world leaders are well aware that what's happening in the MAGA party, the S&M party, the Putin Republicans, I think world leaders know what we're dealing with. It's not like, I don't feel like the other world leaders, our allies, are looking at America and going, why did you turn on us? I don't feel like that's going on. I feel like they know that this is the Kremlin's influence. I don't feel like Ukraine is not going to get what they need. I see a delay. And I feel something that's kind of like, it kind of goes like this. I mean, this is just what it feels like, where someone would say, hey, can you front me some money until I get paid? So I kind of feel that kind of energy around what's going on with the Putin fascist Republicans saying we don't want to help Ukraine and we don't want to help Taiwan and we don't want to help the Middle East. Or, I feel like that's what's going on. I feel like the money will get to Ukraine, but it's going to be indirect, kind of like we can pay you back later sort of thing. Anyway, I'm pulling 3 cards about that because that was a very wordy way to tell you what I was picking up. We are going to help Ukraine. We are going to help Ukraine. I have my Ukraine heart on. We're going to help Ukraine. So Zircon, you know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm sensing. It's kind of like front us the money and get it to Ukraine and then we'll pay you back. When this craziness passes. So I'm just pulling 3 cards on this. That feels true. I have the Ace of Swords. I have the 8 of Wands. It's in the works. And the 4 of Wands. Our allies are strong, and our NATO allies are strong, and our NATO allies are with us. And it makes sense what I'm picking up because we're NATO. We're in NATO. So it does make sense that could be happening. I put some eyes on Midas, the democracy moose. See? The googly eyes came in. And I'm calling him Mide Us. Because I want the vibe of, success with democracy. Democrats are going to pull ahead. I'm telling you, the Democrats are going to be winning. More Democrats will be running in elections and winning, and they are. And Tom Suozzi, the election for George Sanchez's seat, the special election day is February 13th. More countries are joining NATO. Yeah, so there's more resources to fight back on the evil. Just keep visualizing that love wins. I got a song by that title coming too. Kansas City are the 49ers? Kansas City. I always tell people, don't ask me. Don't ask me about the Super Bowl or the World Series, and then I read on it anyway. I feel like the Chiefs are gonna win. Oh, and MAGA's gonna go bananas. Oh dear. Hungry will approve Sweden's application to join NATO. I thought they already did that. Warren, don't you already know the answer to that question? That already happened. Didn't Hungary already approve Sweden's application to join NATO? All right, let me just ask. Yeah, they already did. I know it's hard to keep up. They did. They either did or I'm just psychically picking it up and maybe thinking that I saw it in the news. Hungary has approved Sweden and the EU. Oh, that's what it is. The EU didn't give him anything for the vote. I'm confused. I get affirmative. Let's just, that kind of covers it. That kind of covers it. And Crystal Blues of Persuasion is saying they did today. In my mind, it's not even a question. Anyhow, Sweden's coming. Yeah, NATO's getting bigger. We do not want to, just completely extinguish planet Earth. We really don't. Think about it. Nobody wins. In another world war, which isn't going to happen, nobody wins. We all lose. And this is why democracy will win. Is that a cow back there? Yes, that's a cow. Because it's in bulk. And in bulk is about when the calves start getting milk from their moms, and when the calves are born. And in bulk is about the very, very, very beginning. Camille the cow. Very, very beginning of spring under the ground, stirring under the ground. Please hit the thumbs up. I forgot to ask you. And please subscribe to my channel. Nobody wants World War III. We will not survive. The planet will not survive a World War III. NATO strong. Oh, and hang on. Because we've got democracy strong. Love wins, democracy strong. I like those two together. Like my signs? And then this is, don't let them try to make you believe you are powerless. Ever. Christine is in the house. Christine, we need to go to the cut. She's a local. I'm going to be recording a new record there. It's a great club. Awesome club. Anyway, I digress. We have tea leaves to read. Now, did I promise you I was going to read on something I haven't read on? The aliens won't allow war. I don't know about that, Gloria. I hear that from a lot of people, but I don't know. You like my signs? Thank you. Let's pull 3 cards for the weekend, and then we'll read some tea leaves. Unless there's something, a really pressing question. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Unless you have a really pressing question. The Barbie movie, what a great movie. I didn't finish it. I think I rented it. I'm going to have to re-rent it. I didn't finish it. I got distracted with something. But what a great movie. And Barbie won. The woman that played Barbie won something. We can't get into alien talk right now. There's too much going on. I'm not one of those people that adheres to the theory that we're going to be okay because of the aliens. It just doesn't really resonate. Anyway, let's read on Texas. Just so you know, in the face of the seriousness of what's going on in the world with these wars, in the face of what's going on in the world with these wars, it's very serious, it's very sobering. And then when you see what Greg Abbott is doing in Texas, and when the rest of the country, by the way, this whole ploy, this whole stunt by these at least 25 governors that are sending their National Guards to the border, it's not, in the face of what's going on in the world, it's not going to work for them. It's not going to look like, oh, what a great job you're doing. It's going to look like they're playing games. And I'm going to pull 3 cards on that. it's not going to be a good reflection on them. Is Taylor Swift secretly the real Barbie? No, but I did see a little clip of her, how she jumped up when the woman, I don't know the woman's name that played Barbie. When is Mike Johnson going to be gone? Probably by the springtime. It's right around the corner. It's in bulk. It's Groundhog Day. So I'm reading about the border. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. I'm getting the fool card. These governors are foolish. They think that they're acting smart. They think they're acting all smart, right? Foolish. Mike Johnson is in over his head, and he knows it. He's. Oh, Marge's son turned 62 today. Well, happy birthday to him. The fool. Yeah, I'm picking up April for Mike Johnson. He's so far in over his head. Did you hear what he did the other day at a press conference? MAGA Moses Mike. He said something like, oh, he really did. At a press conference, somebody asked him something about, was Trump in on something to do with, did you talk to Trump about the border? And he said, no, he doesn't have anything to do with this. 12 seconds later, he said, well, I talked to Trump about the border. I was like, dude, are you just stupid? I don't know if you call that a lie. I think you just call that stupidity. He can't think on his feet, and he can't do the job. I remember reading on him when he first got the House Speaker position, and the first thing I saw when I pulled cards about MAGA Mike was he has no idea what that job even is. Yeah, he doesn't even know what the job is. He has no idea how to do that job or how it works. Oh, thank you for joining, Annie. You'll get a free affirmation in your inbox. Well, you'll get an affirmation in your inbox. You're paying for the subscription. Every day. We need Nancy Pelosi. Well, at least she's still in Congress. Nancy Pelosi, I feel like when I think of Nancy Pelosi, I think she's just talking to everyone and telling them what's going on. That's the beauty of being in your 80s and still being able to do your job well. Anyway. Oh, so I was asking about the governors. Okay, the governors and how this is going to go. Well, they cozied up. They cozied up in an rebelling against democracy way, these governors, sending their National Guards to the border when they have no business being at the border. The Supreme Court told Greg Abbott, you need to take down the razor wire fences. People are dying and getting maimed. And he said no. So these governors send their National Guard down to the border to further defy federal law. And they're looking like fools. In the face of the normal American people, they look like absolute fools for cozying up to the loser. Boy, they have it coming to them. And then this is the Nine of Swords. They will regret it. Every one of those governors that sent the National Guard to the border is going to regret it. So let Abbott lose federal funding. We don't want the people of Texas to suffer, even though Greg Abbott wants the people of Texas to suffer. They're very lucky you're not in charge, Betty. They're very lucky I'm not in charge. Yes, the federal government needs to arrest Governor Abbott. I totally agree. It's a little bit like this. I was describing it like this to somebody the other day, to the Grassroots of Democracy. Yeah, and they should have arrested Trump on January 7th, 2021. Or January 6th. The federal government decides what's going to happen on the borders between the country and another country. The federal government has jurisdiction over that area. A governor It's so freaking illegal what he's doing, what Governor Abbott's doing. If you can call him a governor, he's really not. He doesn't do a governor's job. So it's like a governor of a state is saying, I'm taking charge of Mexico. And what happens between us? He wants as much chaos as a loser. You can't do that. It's like if the governor of Massachusetts said, we're going to take control of the Atlantic Ocean. It doesn't work like that. That's federal waters. Let's pull 3 cards for the weekend. It's getting late. Yeah, this is getting to be more and more and more news because there's so many other things I could read on, but I don't want to keep you here all night. For the weekend. Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of people that what's gonna be revealed, like that. I don't watch Meet the Press because I can't stand Kristen Welker at all. I can't stomach her at all. But anyway, maybe Jake Tapper. Over the weekend, I usually catch the shows later in the day on Sunday. We're going to hear people that are members of the S&M party, the Stupid and Mean party, revealed to you very fully and very clearly to all of us. They have no freaking idea what they're talking about. Because what's going to be discussed is what's going on with Iran and in Syria and Iraq. And they won't know. All they're in is a popularity contest. I can't watch Meet the Press. I can't stand Kristen Welker. She's the worst. So this is the weekend. And I'm not saying, oh, it's not that kind of a tower card. What it is it's the chaos in their brains. These people that are posing like Marjorie Trader Green acting like, oh, I'm so smart. And she says indictments. Or Lauren Boebert acting like, oh, I'm so articulate. And then when you listen to her words, she's saying absolute word salad gibberish, makes no sense. They do need a new host on Meet the Press. Maybe we need to write to them. They're going to make absolute idiots out of themselves over the weekend. And just watch, just check it out. You'll say, yeah, I see what we were seeing on Friday night. 7 of Wands. It's going to make their job so much harder because now we're down to brass tacks. Yeah, now we're down to brass tacks. We're moving into a time where we'll see who's living in reality and who's living in a reality show. It's going to start to become very clear. And do we want people that think they're in a reality show to be running the most powerful country in the world? We have to be careful. We're going to start to get new messaging from the Biden administration. The Lincoln Project just put out a new ad that's will scare you, and the people that are MAGAs need to watch it, about, the loser is a bona fide textbook fascist dictator, showing clips from the 30s, the Hitler movement. Anyway, tea leaves and then I'll let you go. Sorry if I kept you too long. The other night, you're loving Biden's new ads. I haven't really seen too many of them, but the ones I've seen are very good. We didn't read about Nikki Haley tonight, but I just want to say I think she's going to do better than people are saying she's going to do, and so it's like she's going to get the anti-Trump vote. So I actually see her staying in longer than South Carolina. So the other night when I was reading the tea leaves, and I posted it on my community page, the tea leaves looked exactly like somebody running from a judge in a robe. Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure to stay longer. I just don't want people to get bored. I see a giraffe. You probably can't see it. And I see there's an angel there too. Oh, interesting. What do you guys see? Okay, I do see something that looks like a giraffe right here, but I also see the image of an angel. That looks like a submarine. And that looks like a satyr. That looks like a centurion, like the Sagittarius centaur. The centaur, not the centurion. So hang on a second. There's a couple of these I want to look up. I see a giraffe. I need someone to hold up the cup. Well, I can't do both while I'm reading. I see a giraffe, and I see a submarine, and I see a satyr, an archer. I need to get a cup stand. I know, I never thought about it. I don't know if they sell cup stands. Probably. I mean, I never really thought about it, as I said. The giraffe. I see a giraffe, and the giraffe means the following. Is an exotic, magical, and strange creature that's held in great respect by the Bushmen of Africa, where it's believed to possess supernatural powers. Let's pray and attend. A giraffe symbolizes fortuitous coincidences and the energy or positive frame of mind needed to attract these things. If you maintain an open and optimistic attitude plus a willingness to take a chance, we create our own luck at this time. The universe is listening. Which leads me to my sign again. Oh, you see Buddha. Okay. Which leads me to don't let them try to make you believe you are powerless. Keep your head way up in the clouds. Yeah, Sag is a centaur. That's true too. Oh yeah, well that makes sense because the moon will be in Sagittarius. Hello, Clarence. And I saw a submarine. Is there a submarine? We all live in yellows. Submarine's not in here, but I feel like we're going to hear something about submarines. It might be that people mention, you remember when the loser, that's right, Taylor Swift is a Sag. Remember when he gave away the secret information about our nuclear submarines? We might hear something about that. The Super Bowl's not this weekend, it's next. Yeah, so the archer, that might have something to do with, where is it now? And there's a bunny rabbit there. So the archer might have something to do with it. The moon will be in Sagittarius. Oh, that was a submarine. The archer was down here. It's tricky to do this. Anyway, we'll look at what the bunny means, and then I will let you go. General symbol of your business may enter a phase of growth. That's about the economy. The economy is great. Warren, you do the group hug. You lead everyone in a group hug. Go ahead. They'll feel it. I just feel like I can't do hugs through the whole show. Group hug. Thank you. So, thank you to the Wrenches. To book a reading, psychicannetteDion.com. Please share, please subscribe, please help me to build my channel. It hasn't built in a long time, but it's starting to creep up. Thanks to you. Thank you for your donations. To donate. This is what I do for a living, and hardly anyone's booking readings these days, so it's a win-win. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. Tomorrow I have the show with Jonathan Glass at 12 noon Eastern Time. You can always watch it afterwards, and he's the author of this. He's going to talk about how to be healthy. And grassrootsofdemocracy.com. Join us to save our democracy. We're doing good work. And Church of Spirituality is on Sunday at 1 Eastern Time p.m., obviously. If you're not watching Church of Spirituality, you're missing an opportunity to make your life better. It's free. I take donations, but a lot of what I do is free. No chocolate cake? That sounds good right now. For what? 29 days this month. Nighty-night. Oh, and sign up for my free class. It starts next Saturday the 10th, which is the Chinese New Year, and it's the year of the dragon. It's a new moon. What did the ocean say to the shore? Nothing. It just waved. Good note to end on. All right. Love you all. Thanks for all your help. See you soon. Namaste.